everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace, and I am on the journey of paying over $200,000 worth of debt. Okay, it's a lot, but we've been working on it for the past month or so. Um, it's going okay. It's going amazing. No, we could do some things better. Okay, I wanted to film this. Let me tell you, it's late and I want to be in the bed, but I wanted to get these filmed so at the latest it'll go up tomorrow morning. Maybe I can push it my limit and edit it and put it up tonight. It's not giving that. And I already took my magnesium for the night, so I might be put down sooner than later. But let me stop rambling. So I know I did a video earlier this month kind of going over like my budget for the month, and I just can't do budget that far in advance for the whole month. I need to actually like do it literally paycheck by paycheck, like right before the paycheck, not like 3 weeks before the paycheck. You know what I mean? So we're budgeting my paycheck that is going to get deposited. It might be in already, I don't know, but it should be deposited tomorrow, October 15th. I decided to like go back and look over the budget. I don't know what it is or what was going on with my math, but it just seemed like it was off for a lot of things. I know in my last video I said I would have like 1396 left, but then when I did the math today, it didn't say that. So I don't know. I'm confused. But I did the math again today when I wrote out this budget, and it seems a little bit better. I don't know if there was anything different because like I wrote everything down and like I was putting all the numbers in the same, and it just was coming out different. A lot different, like $300 more different. But I said, okay, let's go with it. I will also say, I know I said in the last video that the budget sheet, the original budget sheet that I printed, I don't like. So then I made a budget sheet. Also don't like that. So for now, we're just going to do it here in this handy dandy notebook. I think that's cool too, because then I could just like have all the notes, everything on here. I'm still going to use like the debt trackers and whatnot to like fill in and color in. And I do like those monthly review sheets. But for now, we're just going to keep it in a notebook, keep it simple. And I can kind of look back over my budgets like over the next couple of months and see if we need to adjust things. Okay. To get started, our income that we're going to get tomorrow is $3,400. I don't carry over amounts from my paycheck. So anything that's left in my bank account tomorrow after I get paid, like from the previous paycheck, from my October 1st paycheck, I'm going to probably split it up 3 ways, and I'll pay like 1/3 to like my credit cards, another third I'll put in savings, and then another third to my like student loans. So yeah. But like I said, income $3,400. So our fixed expenses that we have are our Wi-Fi, which is $83.20, storage unit $39.16, my car insurance is $213.29. My Hulu is $6.31, and then my Chat GPT is $20. What I didn't realize was that my AEP bill, and maybe I got this confused with the car insurance because I thought the car insurance came out on the 12th, but actually the AEP bill comes out on the 12th. So that's already come out of my last paycheck. I still had to list it, I think, in the last 2 videos, but it's already been paid, so it's not here. Did I total all this up? No. We're just gonna subtract everything at the end. My variable expenses, the food, well, groceries. Let me write groceries instead of food, because food is too open in it. Groceries, because food is eating out too, and we know how that went last month. Okay, groceries $200, nails is $125, a pedicure is $95, and gas $70 for the next 2 weeks. For my debt, my Amex bill is $593.17. I'm paying $100 towards my Huntington debt. My student loans, I'm paying, this is like my regular payment amount, not like anything extra. So it's 142.48, and then $100 towards, I have like, I think I did it through like PayPal credit or something. So I'm paying $100 towards that. I think it was like $500 or something. So once we subtract all of that stuff, we're left with 1612.39. Now, normally I would like just leave that money in the account and then we'll see what happens with it. What are we gonna do? Blah blah blah. But I was watching a few people's videos and a lot of people budget all the way to zero. The problem is I don't be sticking to the plan, but I just need to learn some more discipline. So for a few things, I'm either going to have to like, maybe I'll get like another bank account or something that I could transfer the funds to. I'm not really a cash girl, and there are some places here that I go to that literally like don't take cash, so I can't use it. But I can't figure that out tonight. So, okay. So I told you in the last video, my little sister's getting her hair done, so I'm paying for that. So I budgeted $125. I am going out for Halloween with my friends, so I budgeted $100 for that. That's for like a couple of drinks, maybe an appetizer, and then the Ubers to get there and home. I'm putting $200 towards my student loans, 118 and 119. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the split yet. I might do 100 and 100, but like 119 the loan is like, was like $1,200 or something, and it only collects like 25% of interest a day, whereas the large one, 118, collects like $5 of interest per day. So I might do like a 70-30 or 25-75 split. So that would be $50 towards 119, and then 118 is 150. Maybe that's how I should do the splits going forward. Let me write that down as a note. Because literally the initial goal was to just pay off 119 as fast as possible. But then in my head, I'm like, it's only gaining less than a quarter of interest a day, whereas this one's getting $5. So I feel like I've been putting more towards 118. I don't know. We'll talk about it in another video when I talk about student loans in general. I'm going to put $400 into my savings, so $100 into each of my buckets. My savings account is through Ally Bank, and they allow you to make buckets so you can like, see how much you have towards each goal. So my savings buckets are Paris, my tattoo removal, just an emergency savings in general. I'm just going to keep adding to that. And then my Q3 vacation. I did want to take a trip Q1, but thinking about planning it, and like I'm already going to New York for Christmas, it just seemed like a lot. But I do have days off that I need to use before March 31st. So then I was thinking, well, maybe I would just do like a little domestic trip, and I don't know where I would even go, because where do I want to go in the United States? I don't know. I don't want to go anywhere cold, so that cuts off half of the states there. We're getting off topic. So when we subtract all of that, I don't know how much the amount was, but I didn't subtract it more. And so my Pilates, I decided I'm still not even 100% on this, but I think I'm going with the monthly contract. So it would be for 1 year, and it's $200 a month. I think I'm going to talk to them though before I actually pay it, because I literally during the week can only go at 6 a.m. I can't go in the evening unless, well, we'll talk about that in a second too. Unless like I change my evening job, like I can't go. So 6 a.m. before I go to work is the only day. There will be like off times like Thanksgiving break or Christmas break that I could go in the evening, because my evening job is at a school, but like that's only like a month out of the year. So I'm going to talk to them before I buy it to see what do they think, because I could just buy the pack of classes, and then weeks that I go, and then weeks where it's like, oh, we only did one this week, it's fine. So, but that's $485, so we're going to see. We'll work on it. For fun, I budgeted $200. So fun is anything outside of what's in the budget. So if I randomly decide I want to eat out, that's fun. If I decide I want to go with $40 worth of caviar, that's fun. Movies is fun. Yeah, I might, I'm not going to put this in here for this round, but like clothing and stuff, that'll probably be its own thing, and I need to budget for that. So, but I don't have any plans on buying anything right now. But if I do in this 2 weeks right now, it has to come out of fun, because that's it. And then everything left, which is $382, I'm going to pay towards my Amex to go towards the next bill, because that bill is like $1,400, something like that. So we're just gonna pay some of that pre-due date. Okay, so that gets me all the way to $0. And I just don't need all the open-endedness, because open-endedness means I'm just gonna buy stuff, and then when the end of the month comes and I'm looking back on the statement, I'm like, where did all my money go? And then we don't know. So this is going to be our plan from October 15th through the 31st, because we get paid again on the 1st. And then we will see how we did for these next 2 weeks. I do think this is going to work well. I just need to be more strict with myself and stop just going with the wind. So, yeah. So a few other things before I get off. I'm not 100% certain, but not even starting. This whole night job thing, I'm tired. 5 days a week is a lot. Is it like cool having the extra funds? Sure. But I don't know if I could do 5 days a week. I used to work at a cleaning company in my hometown, which is only like 2 hours from here. So I'm going to text them and see, do they have any sites in Columbus, and be like, listen, I need it to be 3 days a week. And the good thing about them, whether it took you 3 hours or not, you got paid for the full 3 hours. So like even today I was done, like it took me like 2 hours 30 minutes. I had to wait for 30 minutes so I could clock out, and I don't want to do that because I want the full time. But I'm ready to go home. If it takes me less than 3, what's the problem? That's neither here nor there. But yeah, if I can get something else that's a little bit like less days for around the same like check amount, then we'll go with that, obviously. But it's not hard. It's just like really tiring to like leave my house in the morning at 8 a.m. and then not come back until about 8:30 at night. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Another thing, so Chat and I talked about this morning. My student loan payments are still pending from last week. So I made a payment on the 9th, 2 on the 10th, and then I made one yesterday, which was the 13th. So this morning when I got up and looked, the payment from the 9th and the 10th were all still pending, processing, whatever. Which, okay, it was Columbus Day yesterday. Okay, I had to go to work yesterday, so who is not working at Ed Financial to process these payments? I'm just really upset. I need this process so it can apply to my loan. And so what I don't understand is when it gets processed, does the interest get like backdated, if that makes sense? Is it going to make a huge amount of difference? No. Is it probably like a couple of pennies? Yes, but I want to save every penny that I can. So I'm probably going to call or message tomorrow to find out like what do you gotta do in this case, because that took, I think when I looked tonight, my payment from the 9th had been applied, so that's done. But then my payments for the 10th still sitting there, so hopefully they're done tomorrow. And that was like, together I think it was like $160 between the 9th and the 10th. Like Y'all got my interest going up. We need to get it down. And I think out of that, I only paid, most of that is to my bigger loan 118, which is the one that collects almost $5 at interest every single day. So I also, I don't even think I said the point. Me and Chat were talking. Chat and I were talking. And I was like, does it make sense? Because right now I do the daily pay through my little side job, and I get the money in my account and I immediately like make a payment. But it just was like a lot and overwhelming, and seeing the balance every day has kind of pissed me off. So I asked Chad, like, how much am I saving really by like making a payment every day, because it's not even getting processed every single day. And it's like probably over the life of the loans, you'll save like $40. So by doing like a daily process. So what I decided to do was weekly. So I'm gonna go like Wednesday to Wednesday, because when I pay it on Wednesday, I know it'll be processed and applied by Friday. And I just really want to see that. So what we're gonna do is starting. I got my money for today. I don't know if I'm gonna wait. Tomorrow night after I get paid, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pay. That'll be like $60 or something. And then from Thursday until next Wednesday evening, we're not gonna make a daily payment. We're gonna let the money accrue, get paid, and then or do a daily pay on Wednesday to get the money out, and then make a payment. And we'll just do that like every Wednesday. So yeah, that's the plan, at least for now. Cause honestly too, I be ready to go to bed. I get home from work, take a shower, have my tea, do whatever, and I'm ready to sleep. And I don't want to wait up till 10 o'clock every day for the daily pay to hit so I could transfer it and then pay. I mean, do I really need to wait? No. But I could just deposit it, and I could pay as soon as I get home and, deposit it the next day. But that's probably too much like right, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not. It's fine. Well, I hope y'all can see me well, because I just laid down on the couch. I didn't even notice that. I got too comfortable. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Thank you guys who have been subscribing to my channel, like giving me comments and stuff. If you are a fellow YouTuber and you film like overhead, like I want to be able to film with my notebook down so you can see, and I'm not having to put it up here. You know what I mean? But I have what is this thing? It's not a tripod. Whatever to like go on my island, but it's just not working out, because I don't know if it's because of the island or what. I need something so that I can film overhead. So if you have any recommendations for that, please send them to me, because I need something so I'm able to I want to be able to sit there and write all this stuff out and y'all watch my hands. So, but that's it. Only request I have. No, 2 requests. Like, comment, and subscribe. Send me recommendations for overhead filming things. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Shutting it down. Bam. Can y'all see me well? I don't know. I hope so, because I ain't gonna film it again.